Konoha, compared to the video, you're the greenest ninja in the world. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 176 Black-Hearted Aike's Attack. The entire ninja world will know. Grandma Chiyo, Aike in the dark is really a scary guy. Fourth Raikage, everyone is being manipulated by Aike. Terumi May, compared with Aike, the others are just as naive as children. Tsunade, Aike is really good at manipulating people's hearts. Orochimaru, this is Aike, the ultimate person who can do everything, even if it is dark, it is also the ultimate black. Kakuzu, this method is much better than Danzo and his ilk. Scorpion, everyone has become a pawn in Aike's hands before they know it. Hashigaki Kisame, Aike is like a spider who has been watching everything in the dark. The silk thread under his feet connects everyone and controls everyone's actions precisely. Anoki, your description is really apt. Kakashi, it can be said that it is an exhaustive strategy. Yagura, all kinds of people who will affect the overall situation have been eliminated by Aike in advance, and now even the Uchiha clan has been eliminated by him under the guise of Uchiha Itachi. Now in the entire ninja world, no one can stop Aike. Kankuro, this world is also called Aike's personal show, Temari, but Aike has this strength, and even the strategy is so amazing. 647 Gaara, I'm curious now, what will Aike do next? It wasn't just Gaara who is curious, it can be said that everyone is very curious about the development of the next thing, so they immediately stopped the discussion and focused on the video. At this time Uchiha Itachi is missing from the video, instead it became Danzo and Aike, and there are not only them in the picture, but also Sarutobi Hiruzen, Mito Hamura and Udatane Kaharu, the third of F4 of the three high-level Konoha. Besides them, most of Konoha Jonin's class were also there. Sarutobi Hiruzen said with a frown, Danzo, what the hell do you want us to see? Although there are reports that Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi are fighting, there is no exact information specifying how far they will fight. If they know that the Kingdom of Wind and the Kingdom of Water have fallen, they will definitely unite. If we go in this way, we are simply stepping into a trap by ourselves. Danzo said calmly, Are you trying to say you're scared, Hiruzen? With the patriarch of the Hyuga clan around, how could the enemy's traps work? Don't think too much, just follow me. I will never harm you. Seeing that Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is Hokage, didn't ask about the situation, the others naturally didn't waste their words. They looked at each other and had their own guesses about the next situation. Maybe it's Danzo allied with Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi, or Danzo had some kind of intelligence in advance, confirming that there would be no danger in their trip. In short, there is nothing wrong with being prepared for battle. After all, the place they went on this trip was the battlefield where the Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi had received the news before. There will inevitably be some battles at that time. Might Guy looked solemn. Kakashi, what kind of enemy do you think we will face? Kakashi opened a dead fish eye and said indifferently, no matter who it is, as long as it is Konoha's enemy, we can't hold back. That's natural. Might Guy nodded solemnly. Led by Danzo and Aike, a group of people walked forward in silence. After turning over a hill, finally came to the battlefield of Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi. However, the sight that appeared in front of everyone took them by surprise. The battle is still going on. Chapter 177 Everyone is dumbfounded. Danzo as Hokage, still a kind grandfather. Everyone else looked at Danzo in horror. Despite their knowledge, Danzo has been doing a lot on the dark, but they never thought of it. Danzo, who had said wildly that he wanted to eliminate all the enemies on the road ahead of Konoha village, was able to do this. Master Danzo has calculated this far. Not only were all the four great ninja villages wiped out except us, but Uchiha, who was dissatisfied with the village, was also designed to be eradicated. I've been displeased with those Uchiha people for a long time. Every day, I can't wait to push my eyes to the top of the sky, and I don't look at people right at all. Don't say that. No matter what you say, you are also a fellow in the village. Although you do have a bad temper at ordinary times, but, look, you can't say anything good, can you? Admit it. The Uchiha clan is just so hateful. Master Danzo is really amazing. Can I apply to join the route now? Master Danzo is wise and mighty. It's really amazing. Could it be that Master Danzo has already planned everything before? It really went too smoothly. What the predecessors did not do, Danzo-sama did it. Danzo-sama is really amazing. I will follow Master Danzo all my life. Me. 2. Add. Me. Add. Me. Master. Danzo is unparalleled. Jonin's class couldn't help talking, and some even chanted slogans on the spot. This situation makes Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is Hokage, very embarrassed because according to the agreement with Danzo, Sarutobi Hiruzen must give up the position of Hokage to Danzo after eliminating the obstacles in front of Konoha, that is, the 4 major 16 countries right now. Those admirers must have thought of this crop and are showing their loyalty here. Midakato Hamura and Udatane Kaharu also looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen, waiting for his reply: either fulfill the agreement, or reject Danzo's request. As usual, it all depends on the idea of Sarutobi Hiruzen alone. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Danzo and realized that he couldn't understand the real thoughts of his former good friend in the past. Danzo never showed such a clever side. Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't know whether he has grown or planned for a long time, but Sarutobi Hiruzen had to admit that Danzo did very well in this matter. Although Sarutobi Hiruzen is very dissatisfied with Danzo's straightforward elimination of the Uchiha clan, but now that the situation was like this, no matter how dissatisfied Sarutobi Hiruzen was, he couldn't get his body lying on the ground to stand up again. Hey, I'm willing to take the bet, Danzo, you're doing beautifully. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed deeply, then took the Hokage hat off his head and handed it to Danzo. Danzo resisted his excitement and held the bamboo hat firmly. Don't worry, Hiruzen. I will definitely make the village more prosperous. That's all. Under the watchful eyes of Konoha's senior management and members of Jonin's class, Danzo put the bamboo hat representing Hokage's position on his head. After decades, Danzo finally got his wish and became Hokage. The audience in the live broadcast room were shocked. Deidara, good guy. Danzo himself made so many showy operations in order to sit in that position, and he just sat there for a day or two. Anoki, compared with Aike, it's a judgment call. 4th Raikage, in my opinion, Danzo is not suitable for this kind of thing at all. He thinks too much. Kokuzu, it's the same dirty method, but Aike's efficiency is 100 times, 1,000 times that of Danzo. Luoshak, even a guy like Danzo can successfully succeed Hokage, and everyone is convinced. It's simply unbelievable. Chapter 178. Come, the Otsutsuki stars are here again. Anoki, impossible. This is absolutely impossible to be that old silver coin of Danzo. Sarutobi Hiruzen, this, am I having nightmares again? 4th Raikage, I have goosebumps. This scene is so scary. Hidden, my eyes. My eyes are not clean. Kokuzu, this is really unacceptable. He is obviously such a gloomy person, but now he looks like a kind grandfather. Dried persimmon ghost shark, especially thinking about the dark things he has done, it is even more creepy. Kankuro, after doing so many bad things, won't he have nightmares at night? Scorpion, you can hardly expect a person without a conscience to be condemned by his conscience. Grandma Chiyo, as expected of my grandson, the summary is incisive. Tirumi Mei, so, this scene is actually Danzo in disguise? But his smile looks completely unresolved. Yagura, this is the scary thing about him, even people like you can't see the flaws. Orochimaru, what a scary guy. I froze for a moment. Jiraiya, why do you guys doubt him so much? Couldn't it be that Danzo has changed his mind? Tsunade, it is better to believe that there will be no more fights in the ninja world than to believe that he has changed his ways. Hitu, Husband Aike, why are you hugging other women? Why do you show such a happy smile? I'm so sad. Senju Hashirama, indeed, Aike has also changed a lot, but we are all attracted by the changes before and after Danzo. In fact, Aike has also changed a lot now. Senju Tobirama, don't forget that everything Danzo owns now is the contribution of Aike in secret, and this time Aike is a very cruel character. Anoki, if you don't tell me, I will almost forget it. This is also an amazing change. Kakashi, maybe Aike is no longer rooted, so he can show such a natural smile. Yamanaka Wind, breaking away from the roots? Can this kind of thing really be done? People who watched the live broadcast had goosebumps all over their bodies. It was this scene that completely overturned their perception of Danzo. In their view, the image of Danzo is gloomy, dark, cruel and so on. Such a sunny image doesn't fit him at all. As far as Sarutobi Hiruzen is concerned, he can barely accept it. After all, Sarutobi Hiruzen maintains his personality, at least in the eyes of the children, but Danzo has become like this. It is too much with this kind of thinking in mind. The more they watched, the more they felt that this scene was very weird, and they couldn't feel any warmth at all in the video. With a faint smile on the corner of Danzo's mouth, he walked on the bright street. When the villagers on both sides see Danzo, They will smile from the heart and bow slightly to him in respect. Obviously, in the eyes of the villagers, Danzo is a great hero, but the audience who saw this scene from the beginning felt completely unacceptable because the one who really makes the change is still Aike, hidden in the dark. Although Aike seems to be a nice guy now, he can't see the viciousness and decisiveness in designing those schemes and assassinating those people before. This also surprised the audience. After all, Aike's character design this time is a very cold person. However, when Aike was wearing casual clothes and walking on the street to buy vegetables, that kind of easygoing look made people completely unable to think of the cruel things Aike had done before. The contrast between before and after is too strong, so that the audience has a very strong sense of separation. It's as if what they saw before and what they see now are two completely different videos, but the fact is that these two videos are connected. The only problem is that after a 10-year time span, both Rangchun and Aike have undergone different changes. Anoki, I still can't believe it. The people I see now are Danzo and Aike. They are clearly not such people. Grandma Chiyo, maybe we should learn to accept that people will change. Jiraiya, people's hearts are really unpredictable. Fourth Raikage, HMPH. I still think there is a problem here. Sarutobi Hirozen, anyway, even if the means are a bit dirty, at least Danzo and Aike ensured peace in the ninja world. Luoshak, peace refers to the elimination of 4 of the 5 great ninja villages. The price paid is really not small. Another few years passed. Chapter 179 Nani. This time Aike was killed by the Otsutsuki star? Exclamation mark. Swish, just as Otsutsuki Kim's eyes focused on Kakashi, suddenly, a figure appeared behind Otsutsuki Kim. The extremely sharp short blade in his hand sliced across the back of Otsutsuki's neck. A huge wound appeared on Otsutsuki Kim's neck, but not fatal. After one blow, Aike fled away immediately. The well-timed drop allowed Aike to avoid Otsutsuki Kim's back-throwing palm. If caught by that powerful palm, even Aike would be seriously injured. The wound on the back of Otsutsuki Kim's neck is recovering at a speed visible to the naked eye. On the contrary, it was the broken left hand, which didn't seem to recover for a while. Buzz suddenly. A red ring appeared behind Otsutsuki Kim. Weapons gradually appeared in the ring. Otsutsuki Kim holds a long-handled sword, then swipe, boom. Even if separated by a distance of more than 10 meters, the powerful knife light will arrive in an instant. Everyone dodges one after another. However, there were still some people who didn't dodge in time and were cut in half by the sword light. The strength of the enemy is too strong. Kakashi looked serious, and he's been watching my position. I can't play Kamui well. Might Guy said, I'll give you a chance. 7th gate, startling, chew, boom. Blue steam exploded from Might Guy's body. Might Guy was bloodshot, his face contorted with pain, but he didn't waste the powerful boost gained by sacrificing his body. In an instant, the ground exploded, and he approached Otsutsuki Jin at a very fast speed. Shanglong, a hard kick sent Otsutsuki Kim flying into the air, before chasing him even faster. Day Tiger, a fierce punch brought the air compressed by the superstar, and the tiger-shaped air cannon burst out. Power 020 is huge. However, Otsutsuki Kim stabilized his figure in the air, and then slashed hard with the one knife. He actually split the Day Tiger open. What? Might Guy couldn't believe that his unique move was split by the enemy. However, Might Guy's goal has been achieved. Go to hell. Kakashi's eyes hardened. The distorted force was suddenly on Otsutsuki Kim's head. Seeing that Otsutsuki Kim is about to be solved by Kamui at this time, Otsutsuki Momoshiki, who had been watching the battle in the air, appeared instantly, blocking Otsutsuki Kim's body. The Kamui cast by Kakashi did not break the Otsutsuki Peach pose, but was absorbed by Otsutsuki Peach Pose's outstretched right hand. That is? Kakashi's eyes narrowed suddenly, looking at Rinnegan and Otsutsuki's hands in surprise. Otsutsuki Momoshiki said with a grim expression. Chapter 180. The comparison is over. Start the grabbing battle. Otsutsuki Urashiki, Brother Yashiki doesn't need to blame him like that. After all, it's no surprise that a waste that died before even being able to use it. Otsutsuki Momoshiki, UBD. That's because you don't know Aike's strength. I didn't even notice him make a move. I was already dead. Anoki, that's right. Aike's whereabouts haven't been found yet? Danzo has been silent. Has he already found it? Sarutobi Hirozen, what are you doing? Uchiha Madara, HMPH. Distinguished heavenly gods can indeed reverse a person's will, but if he is on guard, will Aike let Danzo use distinguished heavenly gods? Senju Tobirama, indeed, I'm afraid he was killed by Aike before Danzo got close? Just like this guy from the Otsutsuki clan. Fourth Raikage, But the whereabouts of Aike must be found out as soon as possible, because he can already represent the future of the ninja world. Sarutobi Hirozen, I've been watching Danzo. He hasn't found Aike yet. Even if he did, I won't let him succeed. Danzo, Hirozen, you idiot. I control Aike. Doesn't that mean that Konoha owns Aike? Can't you understand such a simple truth? Uchiha Shisu, this behavior of distorting the will of others will only lead to increased hatred in the end. And how can you be sure that the distinguished heavenly gods can work on Aike? He is Aike. Aike who has created countless miracles. Yagura, indeed, even a guy like Danzo can send Aike to the position of Hokage. What else can Aike not do? Grandma Chiyo, if you want to track Aike, sincerity is the most important method. Hanzo of the Salamander, HMPH. You, an old woman playing drugs, still no sincerity? How ridiculous. Pain, the ownership of Aike will determine the future trend of the ninja world, but one thing is certain, Aike will definitely bring peace to the world. Konan, no matter where you are, no matter what means you use, we all look forward to the peace you bring. Hoshigaki Kisame, of course, as long as we don't turn us all into puppets. Ha ha ha. Hidden, indeed, if you become a puppet, you won't have to sacrifice blood to God. Rain Shinobi Village Zio Organization Base. Kakuzu looked at Pain and said, Pain, is the current Akatsuki organization still necessary? The purpose that you summoned us to achieve has become a fantasy, and the promise you made to me may be difficult to realize, right? Pain raised his head, looked at the sky covered by the wall, and said slowly, indeed, as you said, there is no need for me to do anything. Peace will eventually be achieved in Aike's hands, although I still don't know how Aike will achieve peace, but the meaning of Zio Organization's existence has not died out. Aike will present great peace to the entire ninja world, but within each country, there will always be some unfair things happening. The Akatsuki organization came from an ordinary background, and Yahiko Konan and I were born as civilian war orphans, so I will continue to struggle to make the Kingdom of Rain run according to my ideas. Then he lowered his head, stared at Kakuzu and said, you can still do things for me, because ninjas exist, disputes will not stop, and your favorite things will always exist. However, you no longer need to contribute the money you get to the organization in the future. I will find other ways to make the Land of Rain gradually live a better life. Scorpion looked at Pain and said, I'm going to find Aike and discuss the essence of puppetry with him. I want to learn Ultimate's puppetry from him. Pain said, I will not stop you from going or staying. Scorpion nodded, then turned and left. Pain looked at Kakuzu and said, aren't you going out to have a look? Kakuzu shook his head and said, I'm not interested in Aike, so I'll just stay here and watch this good show. I just don't know how long this ending drama will last. Pain turned his head and looked at the darkness ahead. No matter how long it will last, since the future of the ninja world was revealed, the future direction of the entire ninja world has become full of uncertainty. That's a good thing. At least people have other options. Chapter 181 Use a woman to win over Aike. As the left arm of 4th Raikage's right arm, Zai's importance to 4th Raikage is self-evident. Facing Mabu's question, Zai smiled and said, I just didn't expect that adults didn't notice this. I thought adults knew. You BD. 4th Raikage said, dissatisfied. You didn't tell me on purpose. Did you want to see my joke? Although pretending to be dissatisfied, 4th Raikage is not angry. This kind of thing is just a small thing, so he won't get angry for such a small thing. Otherwise, he would be in a state of anger every moment of the year. Zai smiled, then said seriously, as Mabu said, this Aike must be hiding from everyone, although I don't know his purpose. However, there must be no chance for us to search so blindly. Since this is the case, I will venture to propose a less mature idea. 4th Raikage slammed the table and said, since you have a way, why didn't you say it earlier? Do you have to wait until someone else finds Aike? The group said. Zai smiled helplessly, spread his hands and said, I really don't know whether this idea can be successful, so I don't know what to say. After watching so many videos, Aike's sexual orientation is obviously normal, except for the time when he became a puppeteer. 4th Raikage frowned. Whose sexual orientation is not normal? What the hell are you trying to say? However, the other people present already frowned slightly, understanding what Zai wanted to say. Killer Bee said bluntly, Zai means to let the young and beautiful people in the village go to Aike. that may have a miraculous effect. Fourth Raikage was taken aback. For a straight man like Fourth Raikage who only values strength, it is obviously difficult for him to understand this as a woman. Mabu does not reject this method of using women. After all, they are ninjas, and ninjas need to be desperate to complete the task even if it means sacrificing yourself. Fourth Raikage was stunned for a long time, and then said with a blushing face, "You want me to send a woman to seduce him?" Zai said with a helpless smile. "Don't speak so harshly." Then Zai immediately said seriously, "And it must have been done, my lord. Don't forget, in the previous videos, who had an improper relationship with Aike, Konoha has a great advantage in this regard, the daughter of the head of the Hyuga clan, the daughter of the ramen shop owner, and most importantly, Tsunade, one of the Sannin. If Aike has also seen these videos, if he sees these women who have a special relationship with him in the videos, will he have other reactions? Besides, Iwaga Kuronagi's daughter Kurado also had a remarkable relationship with him, and in the live broadcast room, Kurado even called Aike. So, we also have to make a decision as soon as possible." Fourth Raikage spoke immediately. "I'll send someone to get rid of those guys right now." "If Tsunade," Zimin snapped. Zai slapped himself on the face and said speechlessly, "Master Raikage, please don't do this. Why can't it be done?" Fourth Raikage said dissatisfied. Zai explained seriously, "If Aike really has special feelings for them, if the adults kill them all, wouldn't that be offending Aike? In that case, how can Aike join our Cloud Shinobi village?" Fourth Raikage said dissatisfied, "This doesn't work. That doesn't work either, so I can only send a woman over there to seduce him." Before Zai could speak, Mabuai stepped forward and said, "These sacrifices are nothing in order to get the job done." Chapter 182 Discover Aike. Konoha's people rushed up first. In a forest somewhere in the Kingdom of Fire, Danzo, who sat down to rest, watched the live video and couldn't help feeling deeply moved. Although in the last live broadcast, the backstab from his good friend Sarutobi Hirozen made him squirt angrily, but overall, Danzo is very satisfied with the content of this video because this video means that he, Danzo, can also be a Hokage. Certainly, Danzo has not forgotten that the key factor for him to be Hokage in the video is because of the existence of Aike. Therefore, he must find Aike and make Aike his subordinate. But he also paid attention to the questions raised by Uchiha Shisu in the live broadcast room. Really, Aike is also there, which means that Aike can also watch the live content. In other words, Aike knows everything they said in the live broadcast room. This means that Aike already knows that they are looking for him all over the world. Therefore, even if Danzo finds Aike, if he wants to use distinguished heavenly gods to control Aike directly, it is basically impossible. It seems that we still need to plan carefully, at least to get close to Aike without Aike noticing it. Danzo rubbed his chin, but couldn't think of any good way. Hey, that alien named Otsutsuki Momo was instantly killed. If a guy like me just gets close, I'm afraid he will be killed. Absolutely. Can't take risks. After all, I still want to sit on the position of Hokage, and then unify the whole ninja, and all of this. 19 needs Aike's assistance. Aike. Where are you? No. You can't continue to rest. Otherwise, someone else will find it. At this time, Danzo suddenly heard a sound in the distance. Listening carefully, Danzo's face suddenly changed. Damn. Hirozen. He's so tough. I've been running away from him for so long, yet I'm still catching up. Isn't this guy surnamed Sarutobi? Why does he look like the Inuzuka clan? Danzo had no choice but to continue to leave the area in the shadows. If entangled by Sarutobi Hirozen, Danzo has no good way to shake him off this time. After all, the same method will definitely not take effect a second time. Konoha Village, Nation of Fire. Hokage Building. Well, I don't know what's going on outside. Yuta Tenkaru shook his head and said with a sigh, the point is that at this time, Hirozen and Danzo are not around, and there is no one who can make up their minds. She looked up at Midakato Hamura, and said, so far there is no news about Aike. Is he not in the Fire Country? After all, almost all the ninjas in the village have been sent out, and there are also people from the Hyuga clan. Didn't they say that white eyes are the strongest perception ninjutsu? Why haven't they gained anything until now? Midakato Hamura shook his head and said, there's no rush, and even if we find Aike, how do we make sure Aike joins us in Konoha? Yuta Tenkaru said as a matter of course. Why would he refuse? Konoha is the best place for him. And he has an intimate relationship with Konoha in the video several times. In contrast to other ninja villages, have you ever had anything to do with him? Midakato Hamura thought about it, nodded and said, you have a point. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 183 Kakashi, Understood. Those comparison videos are the parallel world that Aike has experienced. Kakashi, can you confirm? Might Guy asked curiously. Kakashi frowned. He had been watching since just now, but until now, there is no way to confirm whether it is Aike, but this is also impossible in order to avoid alarming the enemy. Kakashi Al made the distance very far even with the wide eyes of the Hyuga clan, and Kakashi's Sharingan. They couldn't distinguish carefully. Kakashi, why don't we get closer? Might Guy suggested. Kakashi shook his head, stood up from hiding and said, no, let me try it out. If the target is not Aike, but an enemy with a lot of chakra, then you should immediately send someone to call for support. Might Guy, remember to come and support me when the time comes. Might Guy immediately raised his chest and said, I will handle it. Kakashi nodded and said, if it's Aike, then come out of the hiding place immediately. Don't let Aike think that we are hiding in the dark and intending to harm him. Be sure to show our friendliness. Might Guy immediately showed his iconic smile with missing teeth, and said with a flash of white light, like this. Kakashi rolled his eyes, nodded and said, you'd better stay here. Might Guy petrified instantly. After Kakashi continued to tell the others carefully, he walked forward slowly, gradually quicken your pace until you start running. Kakashi continued to accelerate, and at the same time, a thunder appeared in his hand, accompanied by the piercing sound of thunder flashing like the cacophony of 1,000 birds singing. Finally, Kakashi accelerated to ultimate and flew towards Aike's position like a bolt of lightning, and Aike heard Reikiri's voice from far away. He was startled suddenly, and when he turned his head to look at the person who came, he clapped his hands. Suddenly bang, a giant wooden golem suddenly appeared at Aike's feet. It's not over yet. Under the cross-legged body of wooden golem, a huge Buddha head appeared. The Buddha's head continues to rise, revealing a larger Buddha body, and behind the Buddha statue, several Senju palms bloom neatly like a peacock spreading its tail. This scene, Kakashi has seen in the video, but watching it again in reality made him understand how enormous the pressure he faced when facing the true several thousand hands. As a result, Kakashi was able to stand in the same place stupidly, watching in a daze that Shin Sushang's open palm smash down on him overwhelmingly. Fortunately, Aike discovered that it was Kakashi in time, and abruptly stopped the attack of true several thousand hands. Otherwise, Kakashi will be the second person Aike kills in the ninja world. The first is the Otsutsuki Peach style. In the distance, Might Guy, the team members, and the two members of Hyuga's family all opened their mouths, looking at the huge monster in the distance in shock a few kilometers away. I can feel the shock of overwhelming the sky. It was hard for them to imagine how Kakashi faced this behemoth at such a close distance. Looking at the huge palm above his head, Kakashi seemed to be in a dream. Everything is so unreal. It wasn't until the palm was slowly raised that Kakashi came back to his senses. He quickly cancelled the Reikiri in his hand, and then looked at the handsome face sitting on the wooden golem, which he had seen many times in the video. Aike, are you really Aike? Kakashi yelled in surprise. Thank you for your mercy. I didn't expect it would really be you. I thought it was Konoha's enemy who came so close to Konoha. If there is any offense, please forgive me. Chapter 184 Black Soil joins the battle. All the girls snap up Aike. Originally, Aike was still hesitating on how to explain his own abilities. After all, it's hard to tell, but if we follow Kakashi's guess, we can perfectly solve this problem just right. Kakashi and Might Guy also ended their whispers, turned around and said with a smile, I wonder if there is a question you can ask me. Aike nodded and said, but it doesn't matter. Kakashi hesitated for a moment, seemed to be thinking about how to ask, and then asked cautiously, may I ask, Aike, where did you learn the wood style you just used? Then Kakashi said immediately, I'm not questioning your strength. It's just that wood style is a very rare ability. Even the Senju clan, the origin of wood style, can only be possessed by first Hokage Senju Hashirama. So, I am a little curious about the wood style you have mastered, and I am definitely not questioning anything. Aike said with a confused face. Wood style? Did you mean the one just now? Then I used it subconsciously. As for how I can use it, I don't know. As he spoke, he rubbed his forehead and said with a headache on his face, "No. My head hurts when I think about it, and I can't remember many things." Might Guy said anxiously immediately, "Aike, are you hurt? Does it matter?" Kakashi grabbed Might Guy and said, "If you are injured, you might as well follow us to Konoha first. There is a hospital there that can help you with treatment and examination." Aike shook his head and said, "No, it's just a little pain, it's nothing. By the way, why are you looking for me? I always feel like I'm not seeing you for the first time." Might Guy said directly, "We, 070, are looking for you to make you woo woo woo." Kakashi quickly covered Might Guy's mouth, and said with a smile to Aike, "Well, he's a bit stupid, and he doesn't talk through his brain very much." Then he said in a low voice, "Don't talk nonsense if you don't understand anything." Aike obviously lost his memory. What to do next is very important. You talk like this without going through your brain. It's too easy to do bad things. Leave the next thing to me. Shut up first. Might Guy swears it's the first time he's seen Kakashi give him such a fierce look. He was frightened directly and couldn't help nodding. Kakashi let go of his hand and said to Aike with a smile, "Aike, it's normal for you to feel familiar with us, because you are a member of our Konoha. We came out to bring you back. Come on, follow us back now, go back for treatment, and you can also think of a solution to your amnesia problem." Kakashi swears this is the kindest smile he ever showed. Moreover, the confused look of Aike in front of him made Kakashi think that his rhetoric had attracted Aike's attention. As everyone knows, Aike was completely speechless by Kakashi's inconsistent words. Chapter 185. The contrast begins again. This time it's Uzumaki Naruto. "He too, you shameless fellows, Aike is mine. Mine. I came first, Uzumaki Mito, little girl, it wasn't you who came first." Senju Hashirama, "Mito? How about you, Uchiha Madara, ho. As expected of my brother, he is so popular wherever he goes. Ho. Little Sakura, I really want to go too. But the teacher won't let me, woo. I know, how angry, Naruto, I really want to see Aike too. I don't know how his strength compares with that in the video. Might Guy, as good as in the video. We just saw Aike use Shode's wood style. The one with thousands of arms. Kakashi, you idiot. Can you talk nonsense, Otsutsuki Momo style? Wait, when this guy killed me in seconds, he didn't use wood style. Deidara, ha. Instant kill with infinite power from a long distance. No need to guess, it must be explosive ninjutsu. Ha. Art is explosion. Click, Anoki, can he still use wood style? And Deidara's explosive ninjutsu. Does that mean that Aike will use other abilities? Will he use all the abilities in those videos? Fourth Raikage, now it is even more meaningful to compete for Aike. Aike must be in the hands of our Cloud Shinobi village. Mabu, everything depends on you. Samu, no, Mabu must be in danger by herself, we have to support her. Luoshak, HMPH. Don't be complacent, Aike will definitely fall into the arms of our Tsunagakure in the end. Kokuzu, what are you doing there? Be a puppeteer and turn everyone into puppets. Dried persimmon ghost shark, ha. This joke is really funny. Pain, Aike is the key. After all, the village where he lives will unify the entire ninja world. Midakato Hamura, Denzo. What are you doing? Find Aike quickly. If someone else takes Aike away, things will be terrible. Denzo, damn it. Then you told me the location of Aike. I did all this for Konoha, and you guys are stopping me? Are you crazy? Sarutobi Hirozen, we welcome Aike to join our Konoha, but Denzo, what you did is really evil. Anoki, how? Aren't you worried that Denzo will control Aike and kick you from Hokage's position? Hypocrisy. Uchiha Shisu, Denzo, I advise you not to try to control Aike with distinguished heavenly gods, because before you do, Aike will definitely do it first. Yuta Tenkahuru, Denzo, I thought about it carefully, you better not make a move. If you anger Aike, when Aike blows up Konoha village, it will be over. Grandma Chiyo, a group of jumping clowns, the ability to repeat is not small. It was very noisy in the live broadcast room. There has been much debate surrounding Aike's ownership. The existences in high positions all disregarded their demeanor. clung to some shortcomings and scandals of others, and spouted furiously from the inside. The entire live broadcast room became smoky, but at a certain moment all the people who were struggling to output in the live broadcast room all stopped their actions in unison, because in front of their eyes, the handwriting of Japanese characters appeared. This comparison ends here. After 20 temples, start the next comparison. The short words indicate that the next comparison video is about to start. I have watched the comparison video many times. And now everyone knows that through the comparison video, they can know a lot of things they don't know, especially for civilians. This comparison video is their greatest joy at present. Chapter 186, The Bully Naruto. The third generation panicked a lot. Pure land of bliss. Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina were very disturbed to hear the apologies from Jiraiya and Kakashi one after another. They have expectations and want to see their children grow up, but before I started watching it, several people apologized to them. What on earth is it? Could it be that Naruto encountered many difficulties, but Naruto looks very cheerful and has made many friends? In the future, he will become a great hero to save the ninja world. What exactly happened when Naruto was growing up? Don't worry, nothing will happen. Namikaze Minato put an arm around Uzumaki Kushina's shoulder so that she could lean into his arms, but Namikaze Minato's eyes were full of concern. Obviously he is not as calm as he himself said. As for Uzumaki Kushina, the worry in his eyes seemed to turn into substance here. Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina are worried. On the other hand, Danzo in the forest of the land of fire feels like sitting on pins and needles. That is a whole body uncomfortable. As the nominal guardian of Naruto, Sarutobi Hiruzen knows all too well what Naruto lived as a child at those times. Just thinking about it himself made him feel extremely uncomfortable, not to mention that it will be shown in front of everyone's 667 this time. This top level social death experience even made him feel more uncomfortable than the previous few video social deaths. Oh, my image is completely over now. Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't want to chase Danzo either. He simply found a corner and sat down, staring at the live broadcast room with a blank expression, like a sinner waiting to be judged. The content of the video is still going on. Uzumaki Naruto, who was still a baby, was sent to the infant and child department of Konoha Hospital. Outside the glass wall, a woman holding a child in her arms was looking at Uzumaki Naruto with a worried face. Kushina, what will happen to your child in the future? As a good friend of Uzumaki Kushina, Uchiha Mikado would like to propose to adopt Uzumaki Naruto, but the identity of Uzumaki Naruto Jinchuriki is too sensitive, and it is absolutely impossible to hand it over to Uchiha, who is distrusted by Konoha's senior management. Therefore, no matter how much reluctance he has in his heart, Uchiha Mikado can only suppress the sadness in his heart and refrain from contacting Uzumaki Naruto to avoid the suspicion of Konoha's senior management. Uzumaki Naruto's surname was also changed by Sarutobi Hiruzen. The child's identity must be concealed, so he must not have anything to do with Namikaze Minato, Danzo said coldly. Sarutobi Hiruzen hesitated for a moment, then nodded slowly in agreement with Danzo. From now on, this child will be called Uzumaki Naruto. Sarutobi Hiruzen changed Uzumaki Naruto's form at Danzo's suggestion, but firmly rejected Danzo's proposal to take care of Uzumaki Naruto from the root. Perhaps it was Sarutobi Hiruzen's last sliver of conscience, or he simply didn't want a big killer like Jinchuriki to fall into Danzo's hands. Sarutobi Hiruzen's decision at least prevented Uzumaki Naruto from falling into Danzo's hands and living a life that would have been worse than death. But life is not easy for Uzumaki Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto, who was still young, was taken to an ordinary hut by Sarutobi Hiruzen after he was confirmed to be healthy in the hospital. Usually, Anbu is given to take care of him, and he is only responsible for Uzumaki Naruto's diet, and no one takes care of other aspects at all. Still, Kakashi couldn't see it and helped change Naruto's diaper, but as Uzumaki Naruto no longer needed to use diapers and was able to walk freely, Kakashi was ordered to secretly protect him and could not appear in front of Uzumaki Naruto after. Chapter 187, Naruto's childhood. Everyone was dumbfounded. Sarutobi Hiruzen shrank his neck. He subconsciously looked around and found that Uzumaki Kushina did not appear suddenly, so he was relieved seeing Uzumaki Kushina going crazy in the live broadcast room. Sarutobi Hiruzen felt extremely palpitating. Although I haven't seen Namikaze Minato speak in the live broadcast room yet, however, Sarutobi Hiruzen knew that it was not that Namikaze Minato was not angry, but that Namikaze Minato was patient. Namikaze Minato is not a talkative person. Namikaze Minato is better at expressing directly with actions than words. Fortunately, none of them are here. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed happily, but then His brows were tightly wrinkled again because Sarutobi Hiruzen has discovered that the image he has worked hard for many years will be destroyed in this video. This is troublesome. Sarutobi Hiruzen was a little worried that the position under his butt would definitely not be stable in the future. Maybe some people with ulterior motives will take the opportunity to overthrow him and take that position. Certainly. Danzo doesn't need to worry. After all the evil deeds Danzo did before have been exposed now. Round image. Danzo is much worse than him, although after this video, the two of them are almost the same. Well, thinking of this, Sarutobi Hiruzen let out another heavy sigh. He raised his head, although he didn't want to continue watching, but the video obviously wouldn't stop because of his will. Naruto in the video hides at home. 20 is a bit scary. This is also normal. Any child would be horrified by such an encounter. In Naruto's eyes, the faces of countless adults are so terrifying and evil, but after one night, Naruto recovered from all his injuries. This makes Naruto very happy, because the wound will not hurt anymore. Naruto plucked up the courage and walked out of the house with hope. However, what they met head-on was the adults with disgust and a hint of horror in their eyes. Look! He's the demon fox. All the wounds on his body are gone. Sure enough. I don't know why the Lord Third Generation allowed the demon fox to stay in the village. Damn. Fox, you give back my son. Go away. Don't come near my children. Look at that evil beard on his face. It must be the proof of the fox. Ah, it's disgusting. Get the hell out of here, fox. Go away. Naruto fled again. He was crying in fear. Tears ran across his face, but no one could wipe it away for him. Both sides are full of the evil faces of those adults. The whole sky also turned blood red, as if it was a portrayal of Naruto's inner panic after running in a panic. Naruto was covered in scars again. All were scars from the things thrown by those people. He covered his bleeding forehead and looked up to the side. It is a convenience store. Through the glass of the convenience store, Naruto saw a variety of products inside. All of them look very delicious. Chapter 188 Second Generation. Laozi's forbidden technique. Naruto learned in minutes? In Naruto's perception, the only one who can knock on the door at this time is Grandpa Hokage, so he couldn't wait to open the door. Really standing outside the door was a smiling Sarutobi Hiruzen. Seeing the wound on Naruto's face, Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled slightly, but he didn't ask much. Instead he restored his smiling expression, put his hands behind his back, and asked with a smile, "Does little Naruto know what day it is?" Naruto looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen blankly. "Have no idea." Sarutobi Hiruzen put his hands in front of Naruto, Ren in the palm. "There's a shuriken. Today is your birthday, and this is my present to you." Naruto was in a daze. It turned out that today was his third birthday. "Thank you, Grandpa Hokage." Naruto took the shuriken happily. It was the first gift he received, but he still looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen expectantly. "Where's the birthday cake?" The smile on Sarutobi Hiruzen's face stagnated, and then he said with an apologetic smile, "Sorry, Grandpa Hokage is too busy. The cake shop was closed when we rushed over. Grandpa Hokage'll never forget in the future. By the way, do you know why I gave you a shuriken as a gift?" Naruto was disappointed to hear that there was no cake, but he still obediently followed Sarutobi Hiruzen's words. "I have no idea." Sarutobi Hiruzen immediately said seriously, "That's because I expected a lot from you, Naruto. You will definitely become a very good ninja in the future. Just like your dead parents, they sacrificed their lives for Konoha. They love this village so much. I hope you can love this village like your parents." There was a gleam in Naruto's eyes. "I will, Shadow Killer, Deidara. You can really fool me, even such a small child. Shameless, Inoki. What does it mean that the cake shop is closed? I'm afraid the birthday is just a temporary thought. Otherwise, who would use a shuriken as a birthday present? This is too perfunctory. Fourth rakage, hypocrisy. From the beginning to the end, I only saw two big characters, Wu, Terumi Mei. Poor Naruto is so naive to believe this hypocrite's words. Naruto, huh? Isn't that what Grandpa Hokage expects of me? Sasuke, don't be naive. Konoha's top management doesn't care about your feelings at all. They only care about their own interests. Everyone else is just pawns that can be used. One Kakashi, oh, Sir Third Generation, you have gone too far. Grandma Chiyo, there are so many excellent successors, but in the end, he is stubbornly sticking to the position of Hokage. How could he care about the feelings of a little guy? Senju Tobirama, Monkey, the original decision seemed to be too hasty, which made me make a decision that I now regret for the rest of my life. Senju Hashirama, Monkey, thanks to our trust in you, This is how you manage the village. Uchiha Madara, HMPH, the Konoha is really rotten to the root. Chapter 189. Can this FK be called Grandpa Hawkage? Sarutobi Hiruzen shrank his neck. He subconsciously looked around and found that Uzumaki Kushina did not appear suddenly, so he was relieved seeing Uzumaki Kushina going crazy in the live broadcast room. Sarutobi Hiruzen felt extremely palpitating. Although I haven't seen Namokaze Minato speak in the live broadcast room yet, however, Sarutobi Hiruzen knew that it was not that Namokaze Minato was not angry, but that Namokaze Minato was patient. Namokaze Minato is not a talkative person. Namokaze Minato is better at expressing directly with actions than words. Fortunately, none of them are here. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed happily, but then his brows were tightly wrinkled again because Sarutobi Hiruzen has discovered that the image he has worked hard for many years will be destroyed in this video. This is troublesome. Sarutobi Hiruzen was a little worried that the position under his butt would definitely not be stable in the future. Maybe some people with ulterior motives will take the opportunity to overthrow him and take that position. Certainly, Danzo doesn't need to worry. After all the evil deeds Danzo did before have been exposed now. Round image, Danzo is much worse than him, although after this video, the two of them are almost the same. Well, thinking of this, Sarutobi Hiruzen let out another heavy sigh. He raised his head, although he didn't want to continue watching, but the video obviously wouldn't stop because of his. When Naruto in the video hides at home, some scared. This is also normal. Any child would be horrified by such an encounter. In Naruto's eyes, the faces of countless adults are so terrifying and evil, but after one night, all 293 copies of Naruto were recovered. This makes Naruto very happy, because the wound will not hurt anymore. Naruto plucked up the courage and walked out of the house with hope. However, what they met head-on was the adults with disgust and a hint of horror in their eyes. Look! He's the demon fox. All the wounds on his body are gone. Sure. Enough. I don't know why the Lord Third Generation allowed the demon fox to stay in the village. Damn. Fox, you give back my son. Go away. Don't come near my children. Look at that evil beard on his face. It must be the proof of the fox. Ah, it's disgusting. Get the hell out of here, fox. Go away. Naruto fled again. He was crying in fear. Tears ran across his face, but no one could wipe it away for him. Both sides are full of the evil faces of those adults. The whole sky also turned blood red, as if it was a portrayal of Naruto's inner panic after running in a panic. Naruto was covered in scars again. All were scars from the things thrown by those people. He covered his bleeding forehead and looked up to the side. It is a convenience store. Through the glass of the convenience store, Naruto saw a variety of products inside. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 190. Naruto is awesome. To say the least, I want to commit suicide. Naruto turned his head and yelled at Zabucho, your companion is treated like this, don't you feel it? Zabu cut his back and said to Naruto, that's just Shiro's corpse. We ninjas are such tools. Naruto suddenly said sadly, obviously, he likes you so much. He even died for you. I don't even have my own dreams, and I die as a tool. This kind of thing is really, really sad. Naruto burst into tears of grief. He deeply felt worthless for Bai's death at this time. No more beheading, but said with tears, little devil, don't say any more. After a long time, Zabucho tore off the bandage with his mouth, revealing his mouth full of sharp fangs. Little devil, lend me your suffering. 17. Naruto was stunned for a moment, then took out kunai and threw it away. With his hands crippled and unable to use them again, he directly bit kunai with his teeth, and rushed over at an extremely fast speed. Although Cardo let the thugs block, but it doesn't make any sense to face Zabuza, who is like an evil ghost. Soon, the entire line of defense was directly pierced and Kato was also beheaded. And after all this was done, 520 was exhausted, and with countless weapons on his back, he staggered to Bai's side, fall down and die. Dried persimmon. Ghost shark, although in terms of strength, you are very weak, but this one is very big and gratifying. Tirumi May, I didn't expect ghosts to have a tender side even if they don't kill them. It's really surprising. Bai, unexpectedly, I have such an important position in Mr. Zabuza's heart. I feel so happy. No more cuts. HMPH. Boring. It seems that this place can't stay anymore. Kato, wait. I will be killed? This is impossible. I obviously hired so many thugs. No way. I must stop this, Deidara. Dude, you should think about how to escape from Zabuzian and talk about it. Now Zabuzian has healthy hands, and your thugs combined are not opponents of Zabuzian. Kakuzu, there is no sound anymore. Is it dead? Kakashi, this is really unexpected. Might Guy, known as a ghost, Zabuku, who killed all the students in the same class, was actually told by Naruto to cry. Ghost Lantern Water Moon, what a pity. The chance to get the beheading sword is gone. Quing, the current Kurigakure is not the same as before. If you don't cut it, if you want to come back, you can come back. Ended the wave mission. Naruto and the others returned to Konoha, and an important event soon ushered in. Chunin exam. Kakashi signed up for the three of them, except for little Sakura who hesitated. The other two immediately agreed 5 days later. Naruto goes to the side of the first exam of the Chunin exam, then he discovered to his horror that the test turned out to be a written test. The written test is undoubtedly difficult for Naruto. Chapter 191 Mouth Escape. Naruto. Neji can't move because of his mouth. Because the curse seal on Sasuke broke out, the crisis was finally passed without any danger afterwards. After some twists and turns, the three of Naruto arrived at the central tower smoothly and successfully advanced shortly thereafter. Then the preliminaries of the third assessment were directly carried out. From here on, the assessment is no longer obsessed with the form of the team, but a test of the overall strength of the individual. The assessment turned into a one-on-one battle. The winner advances to the next round and enters the main stage of the third assessment. The loser will not lose the qualification, but after the evaluation of the Jonin, it will be judged whether he has the qualification to become a Chunin. After a fierce battle between Naruto and Inuzuka, they advanced smoothly. Sasuke was unable to show his full strength due to the seal of the curse, but he still won by surprise. Hiruno Sakura faced Yamanaka Ino, and the two girls who lacked aggression fought so hard that they both fell unconscious. Both were judged negative in the end. Only Naruto and Sasuke of the Naruto team advanced before the start of the main match. Naruto wanted to improve his strength, but Kakashi spent most of his time on Sasuke because he had to worry about the curse mark on Sasuke. For this reason, Kakashi specially found another person to help Naruto, that is Toad Sage Jiraiya, who happened to appear in the village under Jiraiya's teaching. Naruto mastered summoning and signed a contract with the Toad clan on Mount Myoboku, and after a lapse of a month, the race finally started. The first game is the Battle of 24. Naruto and his opponent is Hyuga Neji, known as the genius of the Hyuga family. At the beginning of the fight, Naruto was no match for Hyuga Neji. With supercilious observation, it is impossible for Naruto to even hurt Hyuga Neji, unable to attack for a long time. Hyuga Neji began his fatalism. In Hyuga Neji's view, a person's destiny is doomed at birth. No matter how hard you struggle, you can't change it. But how can this be accepted by Naruto? Is it necessary for Naruto to accept the fate of being hostile since childhood? It's out of the question. Naruto continued to attack, and with his cleverness, managed to land a fist in the face of Hyuga Neji. However, Hyuga Neji used Gentle Fist's offensive and defensive esoteric revolving heaven at the critical moment to block all of Naruto's attacks, and, using another mystery of Gentle Fist, 8 trigrams 64 palms closed most of the chakra acupuncture points on Naruto, so that chakra could not circulate. Ordinary ninjas have basically lost their fighting ability when they encounter such injuries, but Naruto's physique is special, and Naruto's willpower is even more amazing. He struggled to get up, and stubbornly faced DUI minimum. Hyuga Neji did not pursue the chase, but told his own experience. It tells about the despair of becoming a branch house, and the despair of my father being treated as a victim because of Hokage's inaction, and severely reprimanded Naruto. It is impossible to understand his mood, but how could Naruto, who grew up in loneliness since he was a child, not understand? Chapter 192 After talking about Neji, start talking about Gaara again. Question mark. Under pressure, Temari, who originally wanted to abstain, had no choice but to end the fight and intend to end the battle as quickly as possible. But Temari's opponent is Nara Shikamaru. Although it is very lacking in combat effectiveness, but the Nara family's secret shadow imitation technique can greatly delay time, just like now. With intelligence far beyond ordinary people, Shikamaru keeps controlling Temari, and tries every means to make Temari fail, but until the end of the battle, Shikamaru was unsuccessful. Instead, it was Shikamaru himself, who had lost the ability to fight because chakra was consumed too much, can only helplessly abstain. Finally, the rest of the battle then becomes a battle between Gaara and Sasuke. Gaara waited a long time again, with Sasuke about to be sentenced to lose. Kakashi and Sasuke finally came late. Then the battle started. With the speed of special training, Sasuke surpassed Gaara's sand shield, but Gaara was quick to use all the sands for defense. The highly dense sand has extremely high defensive power, and after being surrounded into a ball, there is no flow at all, and Gaara is also able to counterattack the attacking Sasuke by manipulating the sand to form sharp spikes. In short, it is a hedgehog with amazing defense, but Sasuke used the Chidori that Kakashi taught him and managed to break through Gaara's defense, but it also drove the injured Gaara completely mad, and could no longer successfully suppress her killing intent, and the tailed beast in her body, a part of the body, has turned into the appearance of a tailed beast. Just then riots continued throughout Konoha. The audience in the stands all fell into a coma. The seal sitting next to Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly took out a smoke bomb, took advantage of the chaos and seriously injured Hokage's guards, and then hijacked Sarutobi Hiruzen and jumped onto the roof. Naruto, under the effect of illusion, fell into deep sleep. When he woke up, he opened his eyes and saw the face of little Sakura. When he raised his head in a daze, he saw little Sakura's complexion changed, and he was pressed to the ground. There was a piercing sound above the head, and it turned out to be a kune. If it wasn't for little Sakura's timely shot, Naruto might be headshot immediately afterwards. Shikamaru, who was pretending to be an illusion, was awakened, and the three of them were given a temporary task by Kakashi, and they set off immediately to stop Sasuke, who was chasing Gaara. On the way, Naruto got a general understanding of the current situation after the little Sakura's explanation afterwards. Shikamaru stayed to block the pursuers. Naruto, Sakura, JR and Kakashi deliberately left Boo Parker to continue the pursuit. Konoha has fallen into chaos. Tsunagakure and Adashimura have joined forces for this raid on Konoha village. When Naruto chased and arrived, Sasuke was already in danger and was about to be killed by Gaara, who turned into a monster. Fortunately, Naruto arrived in time and kicked Gaara away, but Gaara turned around and took control of little Sakura, pressing little Sakura against the tree trunk with her monstrous arms, and little Sakura screamed in pain as soon as she exerted force. Due to the situation, Naruto couldn't stay out until he found a way to save little Sakura, but at this time, Gaara said, "There is no reason to fight, only the winner can feel his own existence." Chapter 193. Time flies. Naruto has not grown in 3 years. The Konoha collapse plan implemented by Orochimaru and Tsunagakure was not completely successful. Orochimaru paid a heavy price. The souls of both hands were sealed and could no longer be used, which meant that all ninjutsu were sealed, but he managed to kill third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. After many years, Konoha lost her Hokage again. Naruto attended Sarutobi Hiruzen's funeral the next day, all dressed in black, for a moment of silence. After a few days, when Jiraiya took the three of Naruto out to perform a mission, Naruto was suddenly attacked by a mysterious person, and when Sasuke came back, Naruto knew the other party's identity. It is Sasuke's Bearpaw, Uchiha Itachi. Sasuke was so angry that he lost his mind and attacked, but was easily subdued by Uchiha Itachi and severely injured, even got his arm broken. Fortunately, Jiraiya returned in time to force Uchiha Itachi and his partner Kisame Kaki back. After, in the name of practice, Jiraiya took Naruto out of Konoha village. The real purpose is to find Tsunade hiding in Pamphlet Street, because the Konoha executives asked Jiraiya to be the 5th Hokage, but Jiraiya refused, and recommended Tsunade, who was more suitable than him in terms of strength and qualifications. Taking Naruto away is also worried about losing the suppression of Sarutobi Hiruzen, and the reason why Danzo will shoot Naruto, who is Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, is in it on the way. Jiraiya also taught Naruto to learn Rasengan. Jiraiya divides the learning of Rasengan into 3 steps. First, let the Rasengan condense in the palm of your hand and rotate it irregularly, and then make the balloon filled with water explode in your hand. Once this is done, lift into the inflated balloon until it explodes. The last step is to continuously release chakra and condense it into a spherical shape, just like holding a spherical typhoon in your hand. But this step was not completed until Naruto followed Jiraiya to Pamphlet Street, find Tsunade in the Booklet Street. Tsunade finds out about Sarutobi Hiruzen's death and stays silent for a while, then flatly rejects the offer to return to the village to assume the position of Hokage. After several times of persuasion, Jiraiya was helpless, but Naruto still came out and made a bet with Tsunade, on the condition that he learned Rasengan within a week. As long as he can learn Rasengan, Tsunade has to go back to 5th Hokage. A week later, after numerous attempts, Naruto finally mastered Rasengan. Although it cannot be used with one hand like Jiraiya, it must rely on the help of Shadow Clone, but the Rasengan he used is almost the same in power. Seeing this scene, the audience in the live broadcast room suddenly became envious. Inoki, this is one of the 2 major ninjutsu that Namokaze Minato became famous during the 3rd Ninja World War, 4th Raikage. That's right. With a Flying Thunder God technique and Rasengan, this guy came and went without a trace on the battlefield. I didn't expect to be able to fully understand the learning process of this technique. Luoshak, now that we all understand, I am afraid that many people will learn this ninjutsu. Jiraiya, oops, I didn't expect this kind of thing to happen. But there are definitely not many people who can learn it. After all, this is a Muji ninjutsu that is more difficult than A level. Not everyone can control chakra so delicately. Namikaze Minato, don't blame yourself, Mr. Jiraiya. I feel very relieved that you can give this ninjutsu to Naruto, as if I am accompanying Naruto, Seft, with Rasengan. Uzumaki Kushina, thank you very much, Master Jiraiya. Tsunade, that's it, everyone can learn Minato's secret technique now. Jiraiya, you idiot. Chapter 194, Mouth Escape Big Move. Start Mouth Nagato. After returning to Konoha, he practiced with Kakashi added chakra's form change within Rasengan, and at this time in order to seize the Nine Tails in Naruto, Akatsuki sent two people known as the undead duo of Kokuzu and Hidden, but the two were stopped and Naruto was not found. Asuma, who didn't know two ninjutsu, died tragically under Hidden's weird ninjutsu. Asuma, huh? I'm dead. Shikamaru, oh, it's hard to imagine that I would actually cry. Traji, after all, we are from the future, and we don't know Master Asuma yet. Sarutobi Hiruzen, well, even Asuma is dead, isn't it just my grandson, Konohamaru? It's scary. I don't want this kind of future, Kakashi, don't worry, such a future is no longer possible. Might Guy, that's right. We will definitely stop it, Shiranyu Genma, a single-minded idiot. Now that everyone knows what's going on here, naturally they won't act rashly. Anoki, at first I thought it was just a war mercenary organization, but I didn't expect there to be such a conspiracy. Hanzo of the Salamander, HMPH. They should have been eradicated when they were still weak. Pen, don't talk big, you don't have the strength of a demigod long ago, because you are old. Conan, only you and Danzo, I will never forgive. Luoshak, speaking of which, that guy Danzo has been diving for a long time, where's he? Terumi May, then there is no need to ask? I must have gone to Aike. When the two attacked for the second time, Naruto did not hide, but took the initiative to attack, and through the newly learned wind-style spiral shuriken, the two hearts in Kakuzu's body were destroyed in one fell swoop. Only the last remaining heart was also destroyed by Kakashi. Suddenly, the living fossil ninja who survived from the Sengoku period died in Konoha, and Hidden, set up by Shikamaru, was blown to pieces and buried deep in the ground, unable to escape. In the end, he was starved to death because he could not supplement nutrition in order to obtain information about the Akatsuki organization and Sasuke's whereabouts. Naruto and others went to pursue Uchiha Itachi, but Naruto and others fell into Itachi's illusion and failed in the end. And then, a person who claimed to be Uchiha Madara appeared, and all the attacks of Naruto and others could not work against him. Uchiha Madara had no intention of attacking, but just informed everyone that Sasuke killed Itachi and left with Sasuke. Mission failed, go back to Konoha. Naruto gets bad news again. In order to track down the intelligence of Akatsuki, Jiraiya broke into Rain Shinobi Village, the hiding place of Akatsuki alone, but was killed by Pain 6 Paths. Naruto was very sad when he got the bad news, then head to Mount Myaboku to start practicing Senjutsu. Chapter 195. Say hello to Nagato, said Sasuke again. Just when everyone was wondering how Naruto would face Nagato, who killed many of his important people, Naruto slowly took out a book from his pocket. This scene directly stunned the audience in the live broadcast room. Deidara, no, are these Jinchuriki so outrageous? They have all transformed into that, not to mention that the clothes are not torn, and there is no problem with this kind of paper book. 1. Kokuzu, it's too exaggerated, not realistic at all. Black Soil, it's outrageous. Killer Bee, Jinchuriki is like this, please understand. Pen, wait, is that book? Jiraiya, no way. Everyone in the live broadcast room couldn't help complaining. In the video, Naruto looks at the book in his hand with a sad face. I have understood you, but even so, I still can't forgive you, Nagato said coldly. Then, make a break. Naruto didn't look up, but continued with his eyes closed. However, Pervy Sage trusted me and entrusted everything to me. Then, I'll just have to try and believe what Pervy Sage believes. That's my answer. Nagato froze for a moment. 813. Naruto raised his head and said solemnly, I will not kill you. Do you believe in what Jiraiya-sensei once believed in? Nagato repeated Naruto's words. I see. Is that your answer? That makes us believe you can bring peace, so wait, do not make jokes, Ken. You still believe Jiraiya's words now, true. Peace does not exist. Naruto's eyes were sad for a moment, then he raised his head and became determined. I won't give up. Nagato froze. You said, those lines are. Naruto said resolutely, that's right, they are all lines from this book. In the first book that Pervy Sage wrote, Pervy Sage really wanted to use this book to change the world. At the end of the book, he wrote the story of the disciple who inspired him. It's your name, Nagato. At this moment, the determined Nagato was shaken. Naruto's words were not finished yet. Then, the protagonist of this book is named Naruto, so, my name is a precious relic left to me by Pervy Sage. Chapter 196 Naruto, you've caught up with mind control, right? Kakashi, in the future, bad things will happen one after another. Fourth Raikage, letting a brat make trouble under our noses, even let him slip away. He is not Aike. It is really embarrassing to us, Anoki. According to Danzo's video, the next thing is that Sasuke came to the door and killed Danzo. Right, Grandma Chiyo, I have to say, as the dark side of Konoha, it is really a shame to die at the hands of a kid. Orochimaru, Danzo handed everything over to his subordinates. He hasn't fought in a long time, right? There are irrational things everywhere. Senju Tobirama, I can't hide even a single kune, it's really unreasonable. Uzumaki Kushina, my poor child, I really want to hug you. What a pity. Namikaze Minato, don't worry, Kakashi is here, everything will be fine. Jiraiya, Minato, I am so happy that you can name your child Naruto, as if seeing a protagonist in my book appearing in front of me. Orochimaru, HMPH, you are such a stupid guy who puts everything above fate. When Naruto wakes up, Kakashi and little Sakura are gone from Yamato's mouth. Naruto learned that there was news of Sasuke. Naruto immediately wanted to make a move, but was stopped by Yamato in the previous battle with pain. Naruto hadn't fully recovered yet, just now he hyperventilated and fell into coma. Yamato is worried about Naruto's body in desperation. Naruto had no choice but to leave the clone, and the main body ran over when Naruto arrived. He happened to see Sasuke turning 27 to kill Zayalao, who was attacking from behind at the critical moment. Naruto arrived in time to save little Sakura. A small cut was made on his cheek after some communication. Naruto saw that Sasuke was not getting in, so he used Rasengan to attack Sasuke's Chidori. At this moment, in the spiritual world, the two stood peacefully opposite each other. Naruto talked about the past when he hated Konoha with a look of emotion. I was able to change because of you and teacher Iruka. That's when I knew that with you so similar to me, I felt reassured that I wasn't alone. I met you by the river at that time, and I really wanted to go up and talk to you immediately, because I knew you would definitely understand my situation, but I didn't do that, because I envy you who can do everything, so I take you as my opponent without authorization, hoping to surpass you. Sasuke quietly listened to Naruto say a lot, and then said indifferently, Naruto, no matter what you say now, I won't change, whether it's you or those people in the village, I will kill all of them, to complete the revenge of the Uchiha clan. Naruto's smile became a little forced. Is this the only way to go? Sasuke said calmly, your choice now is to kill me and become the hero of the village, or be killed by me and become the cause of the prodigal. Naruto shook his head and said, I do not think so. I won't be a loser, and I won't kill you to be a hero. I can. In reality, the moves of the two collided fiercely, resulting in a huge explosion. The two bounced back in the aftermath of the explosion, with Kakashi catching Naruto and White Zetsu popping up behind Sasuke to block the impact subsequently. Naruto stood up and said, now, I know all about it, Kakashi. And little Sakura on the side looked bewildered. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 197 Naruto's Mouth, aimed at Obito. The fourth ninja war broke out in order to fight against the masked man Obito and the tailed beasts he captured. 5 cages completed the unprecedented ninja alliance at this time. The powerful Naruto, because the 9 tails in his body is the target of Obito, was sent by the ninja alliance to Cloud Shinobi Village, where he found 8 tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee in a hidden place here. Naruto learns how to be the perfect Jinchuriki from Killer Bee. During this process, Naruto was almost swallowed up because he couldn't resist Nine Tails' huge hatred. At the critical moment, Uzumaki Kushina's chakra appeared, suppressed Nine Tails' chakra, and helped Naruto control Nine Tails' chakra. Naruto also saw his mother for the first time. Uzumaki Kushina, woohoo, my child, my poor child, Terumi May, now I finally see what my mother looks like. Anoki, after all, my father's face has always been on the Hokage rock, even if he didn't know him before, at least he could see it often. Black soil, anyway, for Naruto, who has been full of suffering since he was a child, being able to see his mother's face and get her help will definitely make his heart very warm. Naruto, so, are mom and dad inside me? I feel so happy for some reason. Sasuke, huh? Lucky Crane Tail, little Sakura, is Sasuke jealous? With the help of Killer Bee, after learning how to use the tailed beast chakra, the two immediately headed to the battlefield. Met Nagato and Uchiha Itachi on the way. During the battle, Uchiha Itachi's setting on Naruto is triggered, and the illusion of distinguished heavenly gods overrides the control of impure world reincarnation. Then Uchiha Itachi helped Naruto seal Nagato. Naruto and Killer Bee continue on to the battlefield, and the shadow clone that Naruto separated before has rushed to the battlefield, and helped Gaara and others defeat 2nd Tsuchikage and 3rd Raikage. But after taking control of 2nd Tsuchikage, Uchiha Madara was resurrected with reanimation jutsu. Then the 5 Kages gathered together to fight Uchiha Madara, but when Naruto's avatar wanted to help, it was opposed by Gakage. The appearance of Uchiha Madara means that the identity of the masked man immediately becomes suspicious. Gakage asked Naruto to immediately pass on the news that the masked man was not Uchiha Madara. With this entrustment, the Naruto clone released a clone, and at this time, Naruto and Killer Bee met Obito, who already had Rinnegan on the road, and Obito also carries the pen 6 paths crafted by the 6 Jinchuriki. Facing strong opponents, Naruto and Killer Bee fell into a hard fight. Then Kakashi and Might Guy arrived just in time. During the battle, Naruto's spirit entered the inner world of the tailed beasts because Naruto sincerely wanted to save the tailed beasts. Naruto was recognized by all the tailed beasts, and was also told the names of the tailed beasts, and Naruto is the first person since the Sage of 6 Paths to be recognized by all tailed beasts at the same time. Naruto also for the first time completed the real tailed beast. Facing the siege of the crowd, Obito wants to forcibly revive 10 Tails, but it was terminated by Naruto. Kakashi cracked Obito's space-time ninjutsu and shattered Obito's mask. At this time, Obito's true face officially appeared in front of everyone for the first time. Just when Kakashi and others were shocked, Uchiha Madara, who had lifted the contract of impure world reincarnation, came to the battlefield here, and united with Sun to revive 10 Tails successfully. The Ninja Coalition forces also came to the battlefield under the leadership of Wukage. Chapter 198. Say hello to Obito. Now it's the turn of the Otsutsuki stars. Kakuzu, after so many years of planning and doing so many things, the result is that the will is so weak? Was it shaken by just a few casual words? Scorpion, Naruto's mouth, I'm afraid there is some magic in it. Deidara, good guy, I'm afraid this mouth can speak to the dead. Wait, someone has been said to be alive, right? Then I didn't say it. Black soil, are you referring to those people who were resurrected by pain? It really depends on Naruto's mouth. Kakashi, it's unbelievable, it feels like watching a fantasy movie. Even though I'm in it, it doesn't feel real at all. Obito, even though I have done so many wrong things, is he still willing to forgive me? Grandma Chiyo, in my opinion, although ninjas are not good people, there are 4 people who are absolutely unforgivable, and all of these masters are from Konoha. Leosha, Obito, Itachi, Danzo and Sarutobi Hiruzen, Terumi May, Uchiha Madara should be added. After all, he was the one who was initially deceived. Uchiha Fugaku, that's right. These people are the ones I hate the most. Kakasame, wait, what do you guys think of Black Zetsu? He's the one who planned everything, isn't he? Uchiha Madara, he doesn't need our forgiveness at all, because he doesn't care about anyone. Naruto, wow. I'm so good. But I feel a little uncomfortable that I will cooperate with Sasuke. Sasuke, HMPH. Do you think I would? Yeah, damn, I didn't expect them to become so strong in the future. Orochimaru, looking at it this way, it seems that the source of all things comes from Konoha. Konoha is really the source of all troubles. Senju Tobirama, it should be said that the most troublesome thing is the guise of the Uchiha clan. If there is no Uchiha clan, there will be no such 880 things. Senju Hashirama, your idea is wrong. The real trouble is that guy named Black Zetsu. As long as he's around, Even if there is no Uchiha clan, Black Zetsu will find other people to plan. Obito was defeated at the same time. He was also persuaded by Naruto just when he wanted to use the Raintensei technique to resurrect the dead like Nagato. However, it was attacked and controlled by Black Zetsu, and Uchiha Madara was completely revived instead. Then the war started again. Uchiha Madara is much stronger than Obito, especially after Uchiha Madara has also become Sixth Path Sage mode. It is like an invincible existence, but Naruto and Sasuke, relying on the power of Sage of Six Paths, immediately put Uchiha Madara at a disadvantage. Knowing he was invincible, Uchiha Madara took another Rinnegan from Obito, and then launched Infinite Tsukuyomi. Just when Uchiha Madara thought the plan had finally been successfully implemented, he was attacked by Black Zetsu. The seal. Satsuki Kaguya is finally freed from the seal after a series of battles. Naruto and Sasuke used the power of the Sage of Six Paths to seal Otsutsuki Kaguya together with Black Zetsu in the body space. So far the world should have returned to peace, but Sasuke has his own ideas and does not agree with Naruto's philosophy. The two battle once again in the Valley of the End. The end result was that both men lost an arm each, and Sasuke really understood Naruto's idea 2 years later. The younger brother of Sage of Six Paths, descendant of Otsutsuki Hamura Otsuki came to Earth from the moon to destroy the failed world created by Sage of Six Paths and wants to marry Hinata as his wife, but in the end he was defeated by Naruto, and understood the true meaning of the ancestors, and stayed on the moon. Chapter 199. Middle-aged Naruto also has a bright moment. Sasuke felt something was wrong and rushed over at a very fast speed, but in the face of Sasuke's attack, Momoshiki had no idea of dodging at all, but quickly devoured the red fruit that Jin's transformed into Clang. The sharp blade slashed at the back of Teoshi's neck, but it didn't even cut through the skin. Instead, it was Peach style, looking up, an evil smile. It's too late. Boom. One with a roar, a large amount of smoke erupted instantly, covering Teoshi and the surrounding area. Sasuke could only retreat quickly when the smoke and dust cleared. Teoshi's appearance changed greatly, looking even more evil. A third Rinnegan appeared from the forehead, and even the two Rinnegans with hands turned yellow. The Peach-style power that devours the chakra fruit has undergone an earth-shaking change. Naruto looked at Momoshiki in disbelief. You, BD, put your partner, have eaten, Boruto. On the side was even more uncomfortable. Teoshi said calmly, looks like I've played too much. It's time to get to know you idiots who rebel against God. Naruto rushed over immediately, but Peach poses just open hands. A strong gust of wind immediately blows Naruto and Sasuke away. The huge sacred tree was cut off directly by the invisible shock wave. Subsequently, Teoshi displayed extremely fast speed, and appeared in front of 5th Raikage Daru in an instant, kicking Daru directly, and Daru lost his fighting power instantly. Gaara at the side immediately manipulated the sand to restrain the Tao-style body, but Momoshiki allowed his hair to restrict Gaara's movement in turn, and then punched Gaara's abdomen heavily, knocking him out as well. Then Changjuro and Kurata were easily knocked out almost in the blink of an eye. 4 of the 5 shadows lost their fighting power. Only Naruto, Sasuke and Naruto's son Boruto remained. You're next, Fox. Momo looked at Naruto. Naruto just got up at this moment after the huge roar. The two fought quickly on the ground. Compared with the previous Tao style, the shooting speed seems to be very different. Naruto couldn't even keep up with Momo style after Teoshi performed a series of Wing Chun-like moves. Naruto was finally hit by acupuncture points and Kunjin, but was immediately grabbed by the head. Naruto reached out and grabbed Momoshiki's arm, and Sasuke took the opportunity to appear behind Hoshiki, but Momoshiki had expected it, turned around to block Sasuke's attack, and took advantage of the momentum to print a heavy palm on Sasuke's abdomen, and then grabbed Sasuke's head. Teoshi leaped high, then poured the two of them heavily on the ground, dragged them all the way, and flung them away one by one, left and one right. But this kind of injury that ordinary people would die at once can only be regarded as a superficial trauma for the two of them. Naruto and Sasuke stood up quickly. I see. Naruto wiped his mouth and stood up. Sasuke followed Naruto's words. Compared to before, I am not alone at all. No, it's better to say that I have become a monster than a person. Naruto corrected Sasuke's statement. Momoshiki looked at Naruto and said with a cold smile. Chapter 200. Naruto's life is over. Everyone sighed. Rock monsters are destroyed. Naruto and Sasuke also lifted the costume. Susanoo at this time, Sung, who was knocked out before, also came to Naruto and Sasuke's side at this time. An untimely guy appeared, took out something called a technological ninja, and fired a large amount of ninjutsu at the floating in the air. This behavior immediately made Naruto and the others couldn't help covering their faces. These two idiots, Taoshi, who had absorbed ninjutsu, recovered quickly from his injuries. Then there was a bombardment on the ground. The power of the ninjutsu after the amplification is very amazing, directly smashing the ground at the critical moment. Naruto and Sasuke joined forces to protect the others afterwards. The two were planning to continue attacking but suddenly found himself unable to move. Oops. It's Shikamaru's shadow binding. The amplified ninjutsu directly formed a huge shadow on the ground, covering everyone in it and making it impossible for them to break free in the face of Naruto and others who are unable to move. Jumping is not safe. Several black sticks were thrown directly, inserted into Naruto's body to hinder the flow of his chakra right now. Because of the appearance of two pig teammates, Naruto and others are in the biggest crisis, seeing that the 580 peach-style attack was about to fall in at this time. Boruto, who has been hiding in the root of the sacred tree, finally moves in. Sasuke, who has been paying attention to the surrounding situation, also immediately discovered Boruto's intentions. It's now Boruto. Boruto clasped both hands, a small Rasengan condensed between the palms. Even compared to the normal Rasengan size, it is several times smaller. Subsequently, Boruto threw the Rasengan with all his might. However, Rasengan flew halfway, but suddenly disappeared. It was as if the power was insufficient and chakra was exhausted and disappeared. Seeing this scene, Taoshi immediately laughed and said, "It's ridiculous to use such an attack, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, the place you are going to in the end is the same." Boom. If the sudden heavy blow directly interrupted the Tao style, it would also directly knock the pick style to the ground, and his fall also made the shadow binding technique directly invalid. Hidden. Ha ha ha, it's so funny. Did you see how this guy got knocked down? It's so funny. He too, just like a frog, it suddenly opened its mouth so big. It's so funny. Jiraiya, Rasengan actually disappears. No, it's invisible. How did it happen? Namake's Minato, when I created this trick, I didn't expect so many changes in Rasengan. Orochimaru, this incident tells us that we should not be too complacent in being a human being, otherwise it is easy to be slapped in the face like this. Deidara, it's so funny, I was so proud just now, but it turned into dog eating shit immediately. Ha ha ha. Anoki, is it true that he is the son of Naruto? Such talent is needed at such a young age, and I really look forward to his future. Annoyed, Taoshi ate all the last elixirs and replenished the consumed chakra, but Naruto couldn't move freely at this time, so he could only turn his head and say to Boruto, "Boruto, use a Rasengan." Boruto looked at his hands unconfidently, "But my strength is really too weak." Naruto smiled and said, "Do not worry." Boruto looked at it and nodded immediately. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.